The story of South America. Welcome. Welcome to South America, a continent of towering mountains, lush rainforests, winding rivers, and vibrant cultures. From the peaks of the Andes to the depths of the Amazon, South America is a land of wonder, adventure, and rich history. South America feels alive. Its landscapes are dramatic, its people resilient, and its cultures deeply rooted in tradition, yet constantly evolving. This is a continent where nature and humanity are intertwined, and where every region has a unique story to tell. Part 1. The birth of South America and early civilizations. South America's story begins with its land. The continent stretches from the equator to the southern tip of the Andes. Mountains, plains, deserts, and forests shape life. Rivers, such as the Amazon and Paraná, provide water, food, and routes for trade and communication. These natural features guided where humans settled and how they lived. South America is home to some of the earliest complex civilizations in the Americas. The Norte Chico civilization in present-day Peru built cities, temples, and irrigation systems around 3000 BCE. Later, civilizations such as the Chavin, Moche, and Nazca developed intricate art, architecture, and social systems. The Nazca even created massive geoglyphs, mysterious lines in the desert visible only from above, showing both creativity and understanding of scale. The Andes Mountains were central to human development. Communities adapted to high-altitude life, building terraces for farming and creating advanced irrigation systems. The Inca Empire, one of the most famous Andean civilizations, built a vast network of roads, cities, and storage systems that connected millions of people across mountains and valleys. Their engineering was remarkable, and their culture emphasized community, respect for nature, and spiritual beliefs. In the lowlands and forests, societies thrived as well. Along the Amazon, people developed complex societies that managed the rainforest's resources sustainably. Fishing, farming, and trade networks connected communities over vast distances. Indigenous knowledge of plants, animals, and ecosystems remains valuable even today. Trade and communication shaped South America. Goods, ideas, and culture traveled along rivers, across plains, and through mountains. Local and regional networks allowed civilizations to grow, share knowledge, and flourish. Trade of food, tools, textiles, and gold supported cities and ceremonial life. Religion and belief were central. South American civilizations worshipped nature, the sun, the moon, and the elements. Rituals, ceremonies, and offerings reflected their connection to the land and ancestors. Spiritual life was woven into daily existence, guiding decisions, culture, and governance. Social organization balanced community and leadership. Communities were organized around families, clans, and leaders. Leaders were expected to protect the people, manage resources, and maintain harmony with nature. Collaboration and shared responsibility were central to society. By the time Europeans arrived, South America was a continent of rich, diverse civilizations with knowledge, culture, and achievements that rivaled anywhere else in the world. Part 2. Colonization, Conquest, and Transformation. South America's second chapter is marked by upheaval, resilience, and change. In the 15th and 16th centuries, European explorers arrived, drawn by the promise of gold, land, and new trade routes. Spain and Portugal were the main colonial powers, dividing the continent through the Treaty of Tordesillas in 1494. This period brought dramatic transformations to society, culture, and the land itself. European conquest was swift and often brutal. The Inca Empire, one of the most advanced civilizations in South America, fell to Spanish forces led by Francisco Pizarro. Superior weapons, horses, and diseases such as smallpox devastated indigenous populations. Societies that had thrived for centuries were disrupted almost overnight. Colonial rule reshaped economics and society. European powers extracted gold, silver, and other resources to fuel their economies. Indigenous people were forced into labor systems, including encomiendas, which demanded work in mines and plantations. Agriculture shifted to support European markets. Cities such as Lima, Quito, and Bogotá were founded, blending European architecture with local traditions. African slaves were brought to South America. The labor demands of sugar plantations, mining, and other industries led to the forced migration of millions of Africans. Their cultures, music, and knowledge profoundly influenced South American societies, adding to the continent's diversity and resilience. Despite conquest, indigenous cultures endured. Language, art, religion, and agricultural practices survived in many areas. Communities adapted, resisted, and found ways to preserve their identity. Traditions such as weaving, pottery, and festivals reflect this cultural continuity, blending indigenous, African, and European influences. Colonial rule also introduced European ideas and governance. Spanish and Portuguese systems of law, administration, and religion reshaped daily life. Christianity spread widely, often becoming a central part of culture, while syncretism allowed indigenous and African beliefs to coexist alongside European practices. By the 19th century, movements for independence began. Inspired by ideas of freedom, equality, and self-determination from Europe and the Americas, South American nations started to challenge colonial rule. Leaders like Simón Bolívar, José de San Martín, and Bernardo O'Higgins led revolutions that resulted in the formation of modern nations such as Venezuela, Colombia, Argentina, Chile, and Peru. Independence brought new opportunities and challenges. Countries had to unite diverse populations, rebuild economies, and establish governments. Some regions faced internal conflicts, border disputes, and social inequalities. Yet resilience, ingenuity, and a sense of identity helped nations stabilize and grow. South America's second chapter demonstrates adaptability. Even after conquest and colonization, its people preserved culture, rebuilt communities, and created new identities. African, indigenous, and European influences combine to form the unique societies that define the continent today. Part 3. Modern South America: Culture, Diversity, and Global Influence. Modern South America is a continent of color, life, and creativity. From the bustling streets of Sao Paulo and Buenos Aires to the remote villages in the Andes and Amazon, South America blends ancient traditions with modern life. Its landscapes, people, and cultures make it a place of constant energy and inspiration. South America's population is diverse. Indigenous communities, descendants of European settlers, African descendants, and recent immigrants all contribute to the continent's identity. Languages, music, cuisine, and traditions vary widely across regions. Festivals like Carnival in Brazil, Inti Raymi in Peru, and folk celebrations in Colombia highlight both cultural heritage and contemporary creativity. The continent is rich in natural resources. Vast rainforests, fertile plains, mountains, and rivers provide food, water, and energy. Agriculture, mining, and renewable energy are central to economies, while environmental conservation has become a key focus. Protecting the Amazon, home to immense biodiversity, has global significance. Art, music, and literature thrive. South American literature has produced world-famous writers like Gabriel Garcia Marquez and Jorge Luis Borges. Music genres such as samba, tango, cumbia, and bossa nova have captured hearts worldwide. Visual arts, dance, and theater continue to reflect the continent's history, struggles, and creativity. Modern governance and society are evolving. Democratic institutions, regional cooperation, and civic movements continue to grow. Countries face challenges including inequality, corruption, environmental concerns, and social tensions. Yet communities demonstrate resilience, creativity, and commitment to improving life for all citizens. Urbanization and technology are transforming life. Cities are hubs for education, innovation, and culture. Startups, universities, and research institutions contribute to scientific, economic, and social progress. Connectivity allows ideas to spread quickly, blending local traditions with global knowledge. South America's greatest strength is its diversity. The blending of indigenous, European, and African cultures has created unique societies capable of adaptation and creativity. Communities celebrate this heritage while facing modern challenges, showing how identity, culture, and resilience are intertwined. The continent teaches important lessons. South America demonstrates that hardship and colonization cannot erase culture, creativity, or community. People preserve their traditions, adapt to change, and contribute to the world's knowledge and culture. The continent's story shows that diversity, collaboration, and perseverance are keys to survival and progress. South America's influence reaches the world. Its music, literature, cuisine, art, and ideas inspire people across the globe. From environmental stewardship to cultural expression, South America continues to impact global thought, creativity, and social progress. Modern South America is still a story in progress. Its youth, leaders, and communities are shaping the next chapters, balancing tradition with innovation. The continent reminds humanity that identity, culture, and resilience are powerful tools to overcome adversity and create a vibrant future. South America is not just a continent. It is a living example of diversity, creativity, and hope. It teaches that even after conquest, colonization, and struggle, people can thrive, adapt, and inspire the world.